Today I'm going to paint a very inspiring vacations view with a palm on a beach. Hi friends, I'm Olga Koelsch, watercolor artist, teacher and a book author. Welcome to my studio. Let's firstly make some drawing. The horizon line very close to the bottom, maybe 1/4, 1/5 of the whole page. There will be a little bit of sandy part and a palm. Palm will be like this. And we need to find the center of the palm where we will bring all the leaves. I would say it will be about here. And the rest will be just the shape of the palm. Firstly, I will paint the sky part. So I'm glazing just the sky part, trying to remove petals. While water sinking inside into the fibers of the paper, I will prepare my mix. I have cerulean blue by Daily and Rowney. I will squeeze it. I will use it also for the sea. Beautiful color. And then I also have my ultramarine blue, which I will use as a basic for the sky, maybe with a bit of cerulean would be good. And then I just paint the sky. I see that the sky has a little bit of clouds, for example, some cloudy stripe around this area and a little bit here. So I don't have a goal to create an even wash. And the opposite, I try to make some accents, more dark color onto the top of the sky. And the more I move towards the horizon line, the lighter my mix should be. So I dilute it with water. The last part I paint in very, very light, very watery mix. Like this. I can even go once again just with clean watery brush into this cloudy part, because I want my water to push a little bit the particles that will create very nice organic flow for the sky. I can lift some parts with my brush just to create nice sky texture. But remember, we will have a palm and the leaves, palm leaves around this area, so don't overthink it. It will be mostly covered. The sand part is almost white, white sand, but it's not white. It's how we call it, beige, very light beige. And to get it, I will mix my blue with a hint of raw sienna, and I adjust my mix until I see that I'm getting close. And then, without watering the paper, I will create very quick brush strokes with a lot of texture in between. Half dry brush strokes, they will make these nice spots in between the brush strokes, and that's what we need. Now I suggest to dry completely this layer, and then we can paint the sea and the palm. If you look at the sea, you can clearly see two parts of the sea, the dark blue close to the horizon line and this turquoise blue close to us, close to the viewer. I switch to a smaller brush. It's small area, I need smaller brush, and I need very deep dark blue for this. And I will firstly start with turquoise color. I will use cerulean blue, and it's actually almost what I need. I can add just a hint of viridian into cerulean blue, get this beautiful turquoise color. And I move my brush in horizontal ways, a little bit more diluted, a little bit more bluish. Try always move my brush in these horizontal lines. That will help me to imitate the sea structure. We can say that structure of the sea. Small waves, small flow in the ocean, but it goes in rows, all this texture. So we painted this bottom part, and now we need to paint very bold top part. I will use my ultramarine blue, almost undiluted, almost like right from the pen, with just a drop of water. And I go on the top. I use half of my brush, and I just go around the horizon line, and then I lift my brush. Now let's dry it a little bit, and we will start to paint a palm. In the opposite to these super bright colors, the palm trunk looks gray. So I will use just the same ultramarine blue with raw sienna, basically same mix what we use for the sandy part, but in more bold way, same colors, and that will give us this grayish mix for the trunk. I want to paint it relatively loose. Dry my brush a little bit on the paper towel, and starting with about 1/3 from the tip, I use sliding moves like this to paint the trunk. So sometimes my brush leaves these textural spots, which is what I'm looking for actually, and sometimes it doesn't. I can add some texture by myself and paint like this. See, at the bottom, the trunk has a little bit of rounded shape and a little bit of darker tone. I can add a hint of ultramarine blue into this part, make it slightly darker, and let's have a look. The sun shines from the left side, therefore the opposite side should be slightly darker. I will add, just with ultramarine blue, on the top of our grayish mix, I will add this idea of the shadow and some horizontal lines. Now let's mix our greenery part. I will use Viridian, which is far too bright as it is, but if I mix it with the same raw sienna, I am getting more warm green, very close to sap green. If you have sap green, you can use it as a basic for your color. I need to make relatively dark mix because we need to cover the sky area, so the mix should be bold, and I want to make the second mix even bolder. I will add a little bit of the same ultramarine blue, burnt sienna, something dark. Let's start with the bold one. This part is light, this part is dark, so I'm starting with the middle of the palm of the trunk, and then I hold my brush around the middle or on the top, and then I draw some lines, these branches, and then I slide my brush down. I hardly touch the paper, you can see that, I can mix different mixes, a little bit lighter green, darker green. Look at their direction. They should not go all down, all these leaves. So you can move your wrist, you can move your hand in a more appropriate way, but it's very light, very quick moves. Basically sliding, I hold my brush almost in parallel to the paper. Now let's do a little bit more. Some of branches go outside of our page. Let's first create the direction. I want to add a bit more of yellow touch to this side, yellow brownish touch. Same principle, sliding your brush, creating these nice leaves in different directions, different shadows of green. It was good that we prepared different. You can also mix a little bit with the blue mix. You see, basically we use, what do we use? Just two? No, just 3 paints as our main idea, but that's enough for us to create this variety. Don't overthink it. It should be quick and spontaneous moves. What's important, you just arrange them according to the branches. So to say guidelines, use these branches as your guidelines. And relatively dry brush strokes. Sometimes you can use more tip of the brush, sometimes slide the body of the brush. Branches can be added at the very background. It's very relaxing part of the painting. Now I go around and just add some details with a little bit more creamy brush strokes and the tip of the brush. So now I don't hold my brush flat, I hold my brush more vertical, and I paint with the tip of the brush. And with the tip of the brush I can add some more certain brush strokes, not that dry, a little bit more creamy, a little bit more wet, and it will create nice contrast between this dry texture and this wet texture. Make the middle a little bit darker. I think I would like to make the trunk slightly more visible as a final touch. So I added ultramarine blue to the mix and painted, so to say, a shadow. Let's remove the type. And our Palm Beach is ready. Thank you so much for painting with me. I hope you enjoyed the process. I'm looking forward to see your feedback. What would you like to paint next? And see you soon. Bye bye.